These are the 5 biggest aha moments you will have while you are learning the guitar. Number 1, the major scale. Now I remember when I first started learning, I thought the major scale was just an exercise. It was only till a couple months into my guitar learning journey that I realized how important it truly was. What a lot of guitarists don't understand is that the major scale is truly the foundation of music. The major scale is the gateway to all of our modes, all of our scales, all of our triads and harmony, our pentatonics. Literally everything exists within the major scale. For example, if I take my C major scale, and then someone says, well, hey, play a C minor scale. Maybe I've never played the C minor scale, but if I know, oh, the minor scale is just a major scale with a lowered third and a lowered sixth and a lowered seventh, I can go through and play 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. Now I have my whole minor scale. Maybe someone says, oh, can you play a Mixolydian scale? I go, great. I've never played Mixolydian scale before, but I know it's just a major scale with a lowered seventh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, major 7. I'm gonna lower it right there to flat 7. And now I have, there we go, C Mixolydian. Same thing with triads. Oh, triad's just a 1, 3, and 5 from the major scale. Now I have my triad. Oh, you wanna play a major pentatonic scale? Just play the 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6th. Just leave the 7th and the 4th out and you have a major pentatonic scale now. And this is still just the tip of the iceberg of how important and how useful the major scale truly is. Number 2 is the number system. The reason the number system is so incredible is because it essentially makes every key the same. So let's say we have a progression in the key of F. I'll have A minor, D minor, G minor, C to F. And great, I just love this song, I love playing this chord progression, but now the vocalist says, hey, we actually have to sing this in C tonight. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What? We have to change keys now, and now I have to figure out, how do I do it, right? Well, here's where the number system comes into play. If I review that chord progression, I simply have 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So now, great, I wanna go to the key of C. Guess what is exactly the same? 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. I just adjust the chords according to the key. So here I'm in C, now I have 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Instantly allows me to play any chord progression in any key. This is a huge asset to every style of music, especially if you're starting to play out or going to jam sessions. Number 3, you don't have to play a different scale over every single chord. So if we use that same example of a chord progression, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 in the key of C, normally when I first started learning, I was like, oh my gosh, every single one of these chords, do I have to play a different scale over? Like, how am I ever gonna be able to do this? Well, here's the great thing. In this case, the number system is relating all of these chords back to our home key of C major. And since we know diatonic chords, meaning chords within the key, all are derived from notes of the major scale, I could just sit here and play my C major scale over I could play just notes from the C major scale all day long and it will sound great because we're just in the key of C. Now there are ways to help you play over the changes. If you're interested in learning more about that, check out my masterclass called Back to Basics. This teaches you everything that you need to know in order to get a really strong foundation as well as open the door to sounding a little bit more sophisticated while you're soloing and playing rhythm guitar. Number 4, being good at rhythm guitar actually makes you a better soloist. Now, it might sound counterintuitive because you're like, well, I'm not working on my speed and how fast I can play. I'm just sitting there kind of. What does rhythm guitar have to do with anything? Has everything to do with everything. First of all, as a guitarist, in the real world, you're gonna be playing rhythm guitar 98% of the time. Guitar solos only happen every so often in a band or song setting, right? So it's the most important part of our job is to support the rest of the band. We're part of a rhythm section while we play guitar. Once I started really working on my rhythm playing, I really locked into the band. Like Soloing, you kind of are just going off your own ideas, but when you're playing rhythm guitar and it's part of the rhythm section, you're listening. You're listening on a whole new level. I'm hearing what the bass player is playing, what the drummer is doing, what the piano player is doing. If there's another guitar player, I want to stay out of his way, out of his register, right? Same with the pianist or the bassist. Where are they playing? It's constantly evolving, and you're needing to adapt to an ever-changing environment, right? And this helps you a lot when you go to solo, because if you're just a soloist playing, you're gonna sound fine. If you have a good rhythm section behind you, they'll support you. But if you are a good rhythm player and you're soloing, you are gonna be listening to the same exact thing that you were looking out for in the whole band while you're soloing. So maybe you're soloing and you hear the drummer playing some triplet thing, and then you go, oh, that was cool. Let me play a triplet thing now. It's kind of almost a call and response, right? So that heightened sense of listening is gonna make you sound that much better, and also the entire ensemble will be much more supportive. And number 5 is forget the rules, okay? Rules are just recommendations, right? It's called music theory for a reason. It's a theory. None of it's been proven, right? I mean, obviously, music theory is legit. But I say this with a little grain of salt, because I remember my final semester at Berklee College of Music, my professor gave me this really challenging jazz tune, and he was like, take a solo over this. And he stopped me halfway through and he's like, what were you thinking here? And I was like, well, I was thinking, trying to nail the melodic minor sound over this chord because we're going to that chord, which means I should use this scale here. And he went, let's restart from the top, go through and just use your ears. He made me play the whole solo on 2 strings, and he picked what fret I was going to start on. And I might have played one of the best, hippest sounding solos I've ever played, because I couldn't rely on all of my old scale shapes and rules, so to speak. I was really playing off the seat of my pants, right? So the point that brought to me was, all these rules are obviously good to know, right? It's how we play music. But when you start breaking them and just use them more as recommendations, that's where you can unlock some really incredible sounds. These were my 5 biggest aha moments on the guitar. Please comment below and tell me what your aha moments are. If you had one today, if this video gave you an aha moment, right? The greatest thing about learning guitar is these aha moments occur all over the place. Some are bigger than others, but the way you progress is by hundreds of little tiny light bulb connections on the fretboard, with the technique, with everything, right? So I always think it's really cool to look back and see the biggest moments that made me really understand the instrument. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. It's an amazing free way to support me and support this channel. Keep it growing, keep more videos like this coming to you and our fellow guitar nerds. If you want to learn more guitar from me, check out my website, thedonutdoctor.com. This is home to all of my masterclasses, my guided learning pathways, all of my guitar lessons. So much more is available there, over 500 lessons. The link is right below, thedonutdoctor.com. Check it out if you have a second. And again, thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.